Hey y'all, I am Tanisha Lyons Porter. I'm founder and CEO of Natural Born Organizers, and I help busy professionals and busy households stay organized and create systems. No matter if you've ever been organized or not, I help you create systems that make sense for you so that when you move into either your dream space or the space where you find yourself living at the moment, that it stays a dream and that you actually enjoy it and it supports you in all of the different facets of your life. And so this video is gonna be all about that because most people hate moving and people spend all the money on the boxes and the movers and all that stuff, and they forget actually how to set up the place for success. And so your home should support everything that is about you. And so that's what this video is gonna be about. Before we get started with all of the goodness of this video, I just wanted to give you a little bit of background about me. I'm born and raised in Los Angeles, and no, when I was growing up, my house was not always organized, but that was my training ground. So I started organizing, didn't know that was what I was doing when I was actually in the 6th grade. And when my parents would go out of town with their friends, I would actually organize the pantry and the cupboards and the linen closet. And it wasn't until the recession of 2009 when my husband and I bought our first house that I actually realized there was a whole industry about it. And so that's when I decided to found Natural Born Organizers so I can do the same thing I did for myself and my family to anybody who struggles with or has a desire to get more organized. All right, so let's talk about my dream method of organizing. So we're gonna start with the D. So D, I want you to dream about how your home, and home including a room all the way up to a mansion, how do you want your home to like work with you? What spaces did you always dream of having that for some reason you just don't have, right? The R is for redefining the purpose of a space, because a lot of times clutter will happen and disorganization will happen when there's no purpose for a space. So like normally that happens when the kids leave and you're an empty nester and nobody's figured out what we're doing with that extra bedroom, it ends up being a catch-all. We don't want that. And then the E is for eliminating. This sometimes is the hard part because a lot of times people get overwhelmed with what do I purge? How do I declutter? And I get it. It's decision fatigue, but that's where I come in to help you. So this is where you're matching the purpose of the room with the things that are in the room. And if it doesn't match the purpose, it does not belong in the room. So the next one is A. So this is where we're assigning the space. So now everything in the room matches the purpose of the room, right? So if this is going to be an office, then we shouldn't have kitchen things in the room, right? So once we figure that out, now we decide where things go. That's the A, assigning. And then the M is matching your products, the things that you're going to use to store items, with your aesthetic. That comes last. A lot of times people go and try and get inspired by going out and buying all the pretty products and bins, and then it doesn't work because you don't know really where it's going to go and what's going to go in them. So that's why it's the last step in my dream method. All right, so let me ask you a question. And it's okay, no judgment. I'm just here to help. So are you the type of person who, because there's several type of people that reach out to me. There's some people who are like, look, I've never been organized. I don't even believe that you can help me, right? Are you that person? Or are you the person who you've always had a system throughout your childhood, even through young adulthood, but the minute you got married, it went downhill? Or you had that first child and you were just on it. You had your systems and you was just super mom. But that second kid, you weren't ready. You weren't ready. So let me know in the comments where you fall or any other situation to where you're like, man, if I could just pick her brain, that I would love for her to give me a little bit of insight on this situation. Please let me know in the comments. Here's some things that you can, easy things to get started, right? Because I know a lot of times people are like, I just don't know how to get started, Tanisha. So these are the things that I want you to do. I want you to set your timer and you think about like, what period of time you know that you can consistently focus on a space. That could be 15 minutes, it could be 30 minutes, it could be an hour. Do not choose an hour if you know, number one, you don't have an hour to consistently give, or you know that at an hour you are gonna be like, why did I even do that? I don't want you to feel that way. I want you to feel like, oh, I can do this again. That wasn't that bad. So that's the first tip. Set a timer, focus on a task. Second tip, do not move on to the next space until you have finished the one space, okay? And then the last thing is, if you are only setting your timer for, let's say, 15 to 30 minutes or so, do not empty out the whole space if you know you're not gonna be able to wrap that project up, okay? So if you're only doing 15 minutes, focus on a small space in the bigger, larger project, okay? You got it? So if you have liked this video and you found this video helpful and now you feel like you can actually get started, please like and subscribe and follow me here, because next time we're gonna be talking about unpacking after a move and how do you decide like what is gonna go where, and we're gonna start in the bedroom. So please follow me at Natural Born Organizers on all platforms. And if you are local in Los Angeles, you know, I could come to your house. So please go to my website at naturalbornorganizers.com. And if you do not live in Los Angeles, I can actually fly to you if you want, or we can work together via Zoom. I do virtual sessions as well. And so I would love to talk with you. I would love to get to know you and understand what your biggest challenges are. And just remember, no judgment. I'm just here to help.